How did you first become interested in singing, and when did you realise you had such a talent?
I think I first became interested in singing as a child, and we had my teacher was an opera singer, and so every Friday afternoon we would have singing, and I remember that even though my room was a mess, I kept all my music in order, and I used to practice in my room with my hairbrush. And so I think my love of music started then. However, I didn't start to pursue it until my 20s, when I had finished my other studies and found a classical teacher and started to get training.
What made you choose to go back into the world of singing after your degrees in psychology and industrial relations?
I guess I've always loved to sing, and when I started university I didn't think that that was a possible career path, and it was only when I was studying and singing on the side, because I loved it, that I thought I should give it a go, and that's when I started to get lessons with a classical teacher and sang an aria, which was Batti Batti from Don Giovanni, and I just thought this is my type of music, and I absolutely loved it, and just thought, okay, I've got to go for it and pursue it.
Which singers do you admire, and why?
I admire as a person and the way she's developed her career, Renee Fleming. I think that she was extremely perseverant and very intelligent, and approached it in a very mature way, I believe, her career. Yeah.
Which operatic role would be your dream role, and why?
I would love to sing the role of Lakme. It's absolutely beautiful music, and I love the coloratura soprano repertoire, and also being part Indian, my father's Indian, I think it would be a very fitting role for me.
Which opera character do you think is most similar to you as a person?
I think Amina in La Sonnambula, even though I don't sleepwalk, however her disposition and her outlook on life is always very positive, and she believes in love, and yeah, so perhaps Amina.
What's the best opera production you've seen, and your favourite opera house in the world?
The best opera production I've seen would have to be Peter Grimes, which was performed by Opera Australia in Sydney. Probably because it was just done so simply, but it was very powerful, and it was amazing singing, and yeah, it just stood out to me. I think as well because I was doing an opera at the Conservatorium of Benjamin Britten Opera, Albert Herring, so I had been investigating all about Benjamin Britten and his life, so I was quite passionate about it at the time. And my favourite opera house would have to be the Opera House in Sydney, probably because when I did some work there I used to get the ferry in, and I'd come around the corner of the harbour and see the Opera House in the sunshine and on the water, and it was amazing to think that I was going to perform in there, and yeah, I loved it. It was fantastic. Yeah.
noticed any differences between the opera world in the UK and Australia?
I think definitely there is a lot going on in Australia, but given the size of the country and the population, it is a lot more limited. I think there's a lot more scope for professional companies in London, whether it be 20th century opera or Baroque style opera. There's a lot more scope for professional companies, whereas I think in Australia companies have to combine a lot of different styles in order to produce operas and remain as a professional company.
Do you have any other musical interests?
I've been teaching myself piano, but apart from that, I mean, I love to listen to all sorts of different music, but singing is my passion and my love.
And do you have any non-musical hobbies?
I do love to paint. I just painted a canvas for my apartment. I find that very relaxing, and yeah, I love to create and to think up ideas and make it happen.